Hey guys, here's the practice round for Lost Island, getting ready for Disc Golf Valley Players Tour Week 4. Let's go and jump on in here on hole 1. Hole 1 on Lost Island is always going to be a glide roll ride for me. It's a pretty bit of an extreme wind. I used to aim right at the basket and try and give some anhyzer. Found it a lot more consistent to aim out to the right here and just let the disc do some work. I'm going to do some anhyzer on that disc in order to fight against the wind getting in there, but let it slide up here and just end up right in this rock circle. This is one that I think would be a good candidate if you did have a turn roll rive to throw more straight at the basket. But I think this playing the hyzer works out just fine as well. I actually discovered this during a doubles match. Glide roll rive, aim down, and the straight pullback will do that there. During a doubles match, I actually ran this for the first time trying this line with a glide skip rive and managed to get that right in the basket. So I discovered how much more safe it was going wider and not playing around with the angles as much. If you can avoid playing with angles, definitely do so. Let's move on to Lost Island 2. Lost Island 2 can be tempting to get a rive through there, even in the 2 headwind, but the middle chevron, right where the tree meets the rock, and a straight pullback will get you up through there. A little bit of skip off this rock because the 2 headwind will slide you up right by the basket. If you can go an accurate disc, go with an accurate disc. If it's a 3 headwind, you can take a glide roll rive with just a little bit of anhyzer, come through there as well to get close to the basket. Lost Island 3, for me this is the flippy skippy driver, so I do glide skip paradigm. Put the top chevron just over that trunk meets the ground, and I don't want to do too much, but almost a full disc of hyzer. So it flips up and glides straight through here. If I miss this tree and don't skip too far in the water, you have a good chance of the eagle for the throw in here. Let's see if I can get that eagle and lock that one in. Good. Can't get that eagle. Even if you don't get the eagle, you're trying to get across the water. I'm sure maybe a little bit of a safer play where you're not relying on a skip. If you just have a glide water skip rive or this big wind, which is going to push it long, just throw it way out wide here and just don't end up in the river. If you don't end up in the river and don't get a terrible kick, you got a good chance at getting across here to save the birdie. 237, I'm going to add a little bit more just to make sure I get across. Actually, accurate roll will be okay. And make sure I get over this piece of the ruins in the middle there or past it so I don't crash into that and drop into the lake or in the river and get across, and you should be in good position. Might be a little bit behind the pillar here, but I'm able to work my way around it. Most of the time you're going to be able to. If not, you can play around with a little bit of a around the world putt to get past that. Let's move on to Lost Island hole 4. It's a little bit of a trickier hole. There's a play with a water skip fairway going straight up the middle for that middle island. My preferred play is the accurate roll musket and put the middle chevron right on top of this tree. In a neutral wind, there's just a little bit of hyzer on this. This big tailwind, I'm got quite a bit of hyzer. Really make sure I don't end up in that water. I might have been at a little bit too much, but it did work out here to have an 80 to 90 foot throw in. 90 feet, and throw it about 70 there. There we go. Go ahead and get that birdie. Let's try one more, see if we can get a little bit more neutral wind. Tell you a more standard play here. A lot of the separation is going to come from wind adjustments though. So an accurate roll musket, straight up to the tree, and a straight pullback. We'll just kind of shape this fairway and slide you up here for here an 80-foot throw-in. Practice those throw-ins, 80-foot throw-ins. If you can make those 60 to 80 feet, start there. If you can make 60, 80-foot throw-ins, you're going to be gaining a lot of strokes on people who aren't doing that. Let's go on to Lost Island 5. This is get in the tunnel. So it's a glide roll rive. I am slightly down and a straight pullback. If you get in the tunnel, you're fine there. I'm going to mess up the next tee shot I do to show you a scramble a little bit. That's a little bit tighter than I would have liked. So actually this is going to show the scramble here. I can't go for the green, so I'm going to take the accurate roll harp. Maybe an accurate sticky harp would work just as well. And make sure I turn this corner and get to this safe landing zone here. If you have a chance to aim at the green, go for it, just to get high up on the hillside. If you don't have any luck at that green, you definitely have a landing zone over here that you can work with as well. You might get unlucky behind one of those pillars, but most of the time you're going to have a good look there. Glide roll rive straight down off the tee, and then get it over to one of the two landing zones right on the green, or a little bit of distance off for a throw-in. Here on 6, I'm taking the glide skip rive. I slide left and put the middle chevron just to the left of that pillar and a straight pullback. It's kind of nice if you can turn this corner up here and get up a little bit closer for your throw-in. If you're back here, I'm still not worried about it because it's 200-ish feet. This probably be about 230 though. Is kind of good for the full send musket throw-in. 260, I was very off there. Take the accurate roll sapphire right on top of the basket and see what a straight pullback can do. Nope, it has a shot at it, but I might be going river, musket, fuse, harp there. There's lots of different options to try to get that throw-in. My favorite is that full send musket. If I get about 200 feet out, aim just to the left of the basket with the top chevron and pull straight back. See if I can get one more chance to show that getting a little bit closer. I'm going to counteract this wind a little bit more. Hopefully I can get around that corner. Get closer to show you that full send throw-in. If I don't get into the full send throw-in range, which I'm not, a little bit too close there, let's go ahead and go fuse for this one. So it's accurate wind fuse, a little bit to the left. I'm going to add about 30 feet of power to go about 210 on that throw-in. Power is maybe a little bit light, but getting up there to get the birdie. Your number one goal is don't make mistakes, get your birdies. I know I say to stay bogey-free. If you can, stay par-free. No pars is a first goal. And then bonus strokes come from there. Be able to play safe, be able to play smart, and then get the bonus strokes. Here, I've been toying around more with taking the accurate roll sapphire. If you've seen accurate glide musket, works as well. If you've seen my videos, you know I used to go accurate glide sapphire forehand. This one, I like the straight pullback more. Aaron Christensen commented on one of my videos, surprised that I didn't take this line for the straight pullback, even though it does not have the offhand ace chance that the forehand line does. So I'll probably still take that forehand if I need to get the ace in order to tie something in multiplayer. But this will probably be my play for the Players Tour or competitive rounds where every stroke really matters beyond just that multiplayer round. Let's move on to 8. Hole 8. Here's a smart play. In the Players Tour, unless you have a perfect tailwind or something you're very comfortable with, take a forehand accurate glide sapphire, get out here to a landing zone. We're just playing for birdie, not even thinking eagle. That's okay. Second shot, you want to at least get to this tree. For me, it's going to be a glide skip paradigm. Maybe get a little bit closer up there. Light glide will work okay. Probably not going to be able to make this throw-in anyway because I'm far enough out here, but I'm not expecting to make the throw-in. This is a birdie play with a sapphire off the tee, then a paradigm or rive as the next shot to get across. Maybe the off chance of a throw-in here. I don't really have a lot of practice aiming that. No, gets kind of close, but I'm here for the tap-in birdie. And honestly, this is a competitive play. Forgo the eagle. Going for eagle really quickly brings par or bogey into play, especially in a tough wind. This is when I kind of hope there's a tough wind, because then it's more equalized with the top players who are going to get the eagle no matter the wind. But most people, birdie's going to be just fine there. Getting on 9 is going to be light glide paradigm. The tip of the top chevron, right where the tree meets the bridge, and I go about 3/4 of a disc of Anheuser. This goes forehand for me off the tee here because I'm not trying to get eagle, just trying to get safe to this middle island. Could have safely given that even a lot more Anheuser to get further up, but I don't need to get further up, just want to get safe here. 333, so I'm going to go the accurate glide sapphire to get up close there. I just don't want to nail one of these teeth in the air and potentially roll down OB into the water. And then go and take that birdie. If you don't have a light glide flippy driver, light glide and flippy, like a captain or a paradigm, there's another play that works well here with the glide water skip. You're not relying on the water skip, you're just relying on the ground play and not skipping too much. I'm not going to go glide skip because it's not a great wind to get close. And I just don't want to accidentally skip OB. So bring in just a little bit of Anheuser on that. Going straight back after you line that up. You should be able to get past this tree right up onto the center island to, again, be able to throw it up there and get close for that birdie look. 319 musket works. Don't want to hit those teeth in the air, so I'm okay landing a little bit early. And then it's either a putt or a throw in to go and take that birdie. Well, hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope this is helpful for you a little bit. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos, and let me know you're interested in seeing more. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay bogey free.